On June 15, 1903, an 18-year-old white woman named Helen Bishop was assaulted on her way home from Wilmington High School. By the time she died the next morning, a 24-year-old black man named George White was arrested for the crime. After George's arrest, multiple lynch mobs tried to take him from where he was being held. In a sermon on June 21st, White pastor Robert Elwood urged whites to try harder to lynch George. A new mob spent the next few days planning the public lynching. Despite the mob's members sharing their plans in advance with police officers, authorities did not relocate George to a different jail, and the local court refused to move up his trial date. Early on June 23, 1903, the lynch mob had grown to more than 4,000 people, with some coming from out of town to join in. The mob stormed where George was being held and threatened to destroy every cell to get him, unless authorities turned him over. Officers chose to lead the mob to his cell and gave George up. The mob led him, chained, through the crowd of thousands to the pyre built outside the jail, where he was bound with rope and forced into the flames to cheers from the crowd. After George was dead and charred, members of the mob continued to shoot into his burned body, and lynching participants took pieces of his remains as souvenirs. It was later discovered that those responsible for going after the members of the lynch mob were actually sympathetic to their actions or participated themselves.